Yes, my people, we're there right back here in our damn music magazine, and we get to the section of a virtual guest, and we got one very special guest today, a son of the soil, like how we always say, and one person who really, they work hard for our culture, and they making nice, typical music, and come from right straight up Salt Creek, they right up Providence there, and in that the man will defend all the man sweet man go treat them, I don't get none when time I get them, you understand? But in the away Spain now, in the over Spain, they do some nice work and they carry our culture. I'm talking about Elkin Robinson right here in the Music Magazine. Welcome, Elkin.
Hey, thank you very much for that introduction. And you know, sir, I was happy to be in the music and television class.
All right, Elkin, how are you there? Good evening.
Anyway, to say.
Me, me there good, thank God. You know, the talk all day on television. Anyway, Elkin, we want to give you this welcome from far, but for you feel nearer to home. With all what's going on in the world, every difficulty we don't know already, but I don't know. So you sense Providence into a beautiful and a powerful way, and you carried out that through your music. But we're going to talk precisely about that. Far away from the musical career where you have, we want to know behind Elkin Robinson artist, the Elkin Robinson as a human being. So make we start the talk how you get to music, because well, who know you know, so say your family and them things, link also to music and church and choir and them things, but make you tell we the good story.
Yeah, well, music comes to me really. Music is something that you can't force yourself to learn. It's something that chooses you, you know, and it's the same with the instrument. The instrument chooses you. You know, sometimes you try with an instrument and you call that instrument not yours, but the instrument chooses you. So I had the blessing to be part of a musical family with my granny, my father, and that's the way how music comes to me from I was small. You know, in a natural way.
Very wonderful. Elkin, I want to know a little bit more about your philosophy, about music as well, how you say music and how you print out music, because definitely you express music on a whole different idea, a whole different concept from every other artist. Why I know basically you write different, you compose different, you play music different, you interpret it different from the instrument. So I don't want to know really what's your ideology about music.
What is my roots?
Yeah.
Something like that you mean, not you?
Yeah.
What is my root? Yeah, well, you know, as you say, as musicians from the island, we share similar roots. You know, what make it a bit different is always the music that your parents or your grandparents didn't listen to, right?
Yeah.
So my father is a man that listens to a lot of country music. My granny a lot of gospel, a lot of church music. So it depends on each family what they listen to. Also give you a big influence apart from the roots. The roots is the roots, but then you have a lot of influence, you know. But I mean, like soul music is also part of Caribbean music, because if you remember soca music, soul with calypso. That's true.
Yeah.
So all this soul music is also a big part of our influence. You know, so my identity got to do with that. But also I live while in Barcelona, I live different places. It's hard to run from the sound of your roots. Your roots got a sound, got a way of writing songs, of composing. But then at least living is very important for someone that is a composer, you know. So I say my identity is me, is my livings. Each one of my livings develop who I am.
Yes, indeed. Well, Elkin, as how I say, you have a special way to carry out the music to the people into like a traditional format, but also mixing this influence what you just don't tell we come from your father, such as the country, because you have some songs where sound like with the traditional instrument then, but it also sound like a country, and you have the perfect blend and the skills to blend it, make it sound, you know, sound something nice. When you combine it, it sound nice. That is like your style, like your brand, because when you hear normal, typical music, like the traditional one, them where they all-time interpret, well, it sounds totally different from when we hear you you know. Anytime you take out a new song, like, you know, lose your essence, but your experience into different genre, and that is something to admire. How the rhythm them, like, them same blends come to you. I mean, at the moment one time you the construct, or one time you there with the person, they guide him, how you want to sound, how you conceive it.
Yeah, well, the most important thing, if there is something more important than music than even words, is message. You know, the message, I think the message defines everything. The message defines the bass line, the message defines the guitar, defines the melody. So the message defines everything. So according to the message is the rhythm, you know. So after Sunshine is the, you have this upbeat from the 1, 2, 2, and Sunshine, you know, like more like a bit rock and roll. So I say because is the message who define that. But apart from that, what you said before is yes, I use typical elements, you know, more than only the typical instruments, is the typical elements, the sound or things. But I also as what I said before, you become the style of music. You know, you don't think, I don't think rock or soul. I think I don't put much attention on the difference of rhythms. So I define myself as Allen rhythms, and anything that comes out of my imagination. And my sound is mine, and I'm from Providence, so it's Providence, and I'm from San Andres, so it's San Andres and Providence music also.
Okay.
Definitely. Elkin, I don't know if you have understand the position where you're in right now as the principal representative of Providence in the typical music worldwide. And that's something very important. How you assimilate this situation, you know, say you represent one whole island, one whole archipelago in your music?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like it's really hard to represent someone like Providence. Is I would say is impossible. You know, what I do is take the island as far as I can, anywhere I go, like how anybody else from the island do. Anyone who go trip out, anyone who go live Canada, anyone who go live somewhere else, they also take San Andres and Providence as far as they can, you know. So I do the same thing, you know, not more than what these rest of people do, not more than that. But that's what I say, San Andres and Providence have so much diversity. You know, got people who do souk, people who do reggae, people who do calypso, people who do, I mean, you know, different type of music. So I can't represent that. You know, so I just represent part of what is my culture, part of what is your culture. You understand? And then, but I also need the rest to be representing, so we can represent a complete archipelago.
Yes, Elkin, totally. Well, you see it that way, but we see you another way. Higher level. Make we ask you now about the recent projects then. I feel like the last thing I hear proper from Elkin, it was Sunshine, and we'll all day play the soundtrack where you make for Bad Lucky Good. I love it. I got it home anytime. I got the time to hear it. I give it a space. And we notice that you're into new projects. You have a new song about that. Tell me about it. How you do well so far from home with all this pandemic also.
Yeah, well, let me start from the end to the beginning. Right now, far from home, yes, it's not easy to be far from home, especially in this moment that we live in, no?
Yeah.
Especially what happened and everything. Yeah, been really, let's say, difficult so far and seeing everything from here. But then you're still between, like in the ocean, because you are here, but you are really there. But yes, projects. As how you say, what I'm doing, I'm trying to do the soundtrack of my life. That's it. You understand? Not thinking on I'm gonna do music to make this one like it or that one like it or anything. So no, it's just the soundtrack of my life. If I want to do this today, I do this today. Like every day I feel different. So is that's the thing. The project is to keep on going. You know. Also I want to start to produce more. I want to keep on singing, making albums, but I want to produce for other people also.
Okay.
and write songs for that people.
Very wonderful.
Oh.
Very wonderful. Well, the last one I hear that El Hilo with Carlos Vives and Siggy Marley, and I think now number one achievement for the archipelago will represent your voice. And you did a wonderful job. I don't want to know how this come up and how you work on it and how to get how a project so far.
Yeah, well, this is a song from Carlos, and he had a song that the story that he wrote about the Cog system from the Sierra Nevada. You know, that he sent to me, and I like the story. I like the song a lot, and then we start working on it. You know, and these are bonus of different things, so different elements, so guitars. And then now, well, we had this idea, yes, to record some voices. So then I think we have to go to San Andres to record the voices. Then we can't do it in Bogota. You know, the first idea was to take them Bogota, but I said no, we have to go to San Andres because the vibe is different. You understand? So there we did that. And after that, before we went to San Andres, Ziggy jumped in also, and then well, that complete a bit the idea of the song. No, that was not only talk about the Cogis, you know, about unite three different
cultures
spots in the Caribbean.
Very nice. We also know about a song where you make, you know, one dedication to the people we have lost, you know, the archipelago, Looting Beyond the Cosmos. What you can tell you about that one?
Yeah, Looting Beyond the Cosmos is a song that I wrote that in Providence. When I was in Providence, I wrote that for the last album I'm doing now. I spent a month in one Gezi Hill just going every day by the deck. You know, every day I go by the deck and sit down. And so yeah, I had so much inspiration that I wrote like around 40 or 50 songs.
Wow.
And this was one of the songs, you know, and it was very important because it's a problem that we live in on the island, the narco traffic. So the song is the story of every family, you know, that the father got to see, you know, don't come back, and the mother and the children them still wait, and they don't know if you're alive, but they feel like you're alive, and every day they go by the sunset to expect that he will return. You understand? But also the song is funny because is the stories that I tell you, but it conceived a different way. The way how the story conceived is a blind man in love with a lady, or a blind woman in love with a man. But it's also the story of two persons that love each other. That one is dead, that one is alive. You know, that's why I say, come with me later under the stars. You know, I can't see. You know, that's why the story starts with a blind man. That's why I say I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where this video made, and you got one local particularity in this, say your daughter come out as Madeline, right? So what part of the video made?
Yeah. 20 come out. 20 come out in the video. This video was made in Mallorca. Ben Castro is a German producer.
Okay.
Where he's a friend from a long time, and coincidentally he lived in here, so he did this video.
Very
you know,
nice.
as why I do my video. I like my video really simple. Like, I mean, I like it. One time it show really who I am, you know. That's why you see sun shine come around always. It's people that I know, you know. It's my family that in there. So like from the sun shine, my uncle were dead the other day come out. So now anytime I see that video, I can see him and remember him.
You have family memories, sure.
Exactly. So I like what the people who I know come out in the video. Because that way I can remember that I can immortalize them and remember them. You understand?
Very nice and important point where, well, whenever I hear other artists mentioned to we, I believe the more like simply you keep things sometimes, it will get to a bigger reach to the people, like into a human way, you know. All the way I did that about say that is the way how we were say artists, not as somebody untouchable or somebody where they higher than we or where, you know, like got all commodities and live a perfect life, but we were see them as how them is, human being, what them do, how they go along day by day, their lifestyle. If the music is like how them is, you know, them things very, very nice, and it's good for one artist show it all the time. Make we talk about this recent project, Milky Way.
Well, Milky Way is also almost the same story. Milky Way is what time somebody go okay, drugs in a lunch or anything, I define it as a Milky Way, you know? You got one Milky Way. Why? Because in the follow the Milky Way, the stars them, prepare the in some way. So what this song do is it describe that way. As I say, Milky Way, satellites, radars, sunshine, right?
Okay.
And then you say, don't let them fool you. Don't let them take a slow. Don't let them show you the way. You know, it's an advice that I gave them and the people from the island to follow these this system, this bad system, you know, to follow our culture, to follow what our ancestors show us how to be. So the song is about that, simply.
We could possibly say the song is a attention calling to all the youth them, for heads up towards the topic where they take over the island and so forth, and if drop more back in the culture and in these kind of intents, because at least I know nobody will come go out ahead.
Exactly. Its song is to us because we are the only one that have the solution in our hand.
Yes, Elkin. Well, the question, I maybe don't know the answer, but I still have to ask it because you say you live your music and every day you wake up with a different mood, and that's the mood that you show along with the composition and also the rhythm from your music or you put out. But what may be coming new, what Elkin Robinson working at? Well, because you're far from home as well, maybe you do it into your professional career, so make we hear your expectations about this year.
Yeah, well, this year, you know, keep on they finish work on some songs, you know. I have a lot of songs that I'm working on. Also, waiting to everything open. I have a concert in Barcelona. I have a concert in Galicia. Well, you know, just waiting until things get back to live stage, you know, hopefully. But I feel happy to be home a while and have the opportunity to compose and write songs and that, you know, that is always important. And nowadays, not everybody have that opportunity. So you have to take the good things out of everything.
Oh yes.
You got your eyes both upon anyone of our local artists then to make a featuring or support, because I see you know you don't know a man will make much featuring with local artists since you start make your one career aside. Other one if you got your eyes for any way you would want make one featuring with, or you know in another stage of your career right now.
Yeah, anyway, that's a good question, you know, because it's something that I also have in mind. Well, indeed, I have a song with Eddie. People don't know about it, but we still have to do a video. We have this song, amazing song, and we have to do this video same way. But you know, same time, we finish recording all with the virus and that. So, but I have to go somewhere this area. I have to do that. But as what you say, really, I don't have no song. I have a lot of featurings that they propose me to do, you know. But I don't have one featuring that I propose someone to do. You understand? But it's something that I'm planning now also, because I really want to go some featuring with other people. Probably I have one with Eddie. I want to do some with you. I want to do one with Jiggy, for example. Jiggy is something that I admire a lot. You know. We have some youth product with Jordy, I want to really be. I will miss that.
The bigger boss.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, yes. With Creole, even new style with Group 82. They have so much with Jacob. I mean, it's hard to say why, because the right procedure is that we should be featuring amongst us, you know, and what. As I say, for that you also need time and a lot of things, but that will happen.
Sure. And the resources too, because any little movement into the industry, it demands money and it demands a lot of time. So we're going to wait then and expect for you to come back to this side soon and you'll get to link up. You get to make your video with Eddie because to me and they reclaim your right here in the public.
No. Honestly, no. Hey,
We make a deal.
tell me.
We want a deal right now.
All right.
Suppose we don't do that video, you are renowned for telling us.
All right.
You hear it now?
Go say.
Okay.
I'm joking.
No.
Eddie,
You don't condemn me.
you have to come out like Eddie Lina in a piece.